Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of my Streaming for Dummies series. Today I will talk about a pretty controversial subject, which is getting partnered on Twitch. Most of us Twitch streamers, when we start our streaming career and when we try to stream more and more, we do that in the hope to finally get partnered. That's the ultimate goal for most of the starting streamers. It's not as easy as on YouTube, where you can monetize your videos or the advertisements at the very beginning of your YouTubing career. You have to really work hard for that. Sometimes it takes even years. For my personal example, I actually streamed for over 2 years to get partnered on Twitch, which happened just recently, so celebration time. It was horrible. I'm really sorry. I wanna apologize to my family and friends. Today I am going to talk about myths and facts about Twitch partnership. When you go on Reddit, when you go to the Twitch blog, read the comments, read the posts, you stumble upon tons of myths about Twitch partnership. It's usually for people who weren't partnered and try to explain that to themselves by really coming up with some crazy ideas. From my own experience and from experience of people who were partnered before me, I made this list and I hope this will be helpful in your way to get a partnership. 1. You need to have an average of 500 concurrents or more to get partnered. That's a myth. Of course it's a myth. Like, if that will be true, then we will have probably a quarter of the current partners, probably even less. I never personally had 500 concurrents on my channel. My best was probably 200, something around that, and that was really rare. It's not like I had 200 consecutively. Twitch is looking for partners who bring something new and fresh to their, let's say, partner catalog. If you have a channel with a really decent community, people who come back to you, and you are high in your categories in which you stream, for example, the category of a game, when you, for example, stream only old school games which are not very high on Twitch and people usually don't watch them, but you still have those 100 concurrents, you are on a very good way to get partnered. So no, this is only, I don't know why it's still written up in the Twitch requirements for being partnered. I'm not sure if they didn't even erase it, because that's not the requirement. It is important for you to aim for the most concurrents you can. Followers are less important. Concurrents are actually the real base of your channel, but no, 500 is not a thing. Don't worry about it. Number 2. Set number of followers is required to get partnered. That's a myth. You can have 10,000 followers and don't get partnered. It's not really a thing. Some people actually get followed a lot, but they don't get a lot of concurrents. And there are people who have few thousand followers on their channel and concurrent numbers of 20 people watching them. That actually happens, and with that numbers, it is very, very little probable for you to get partnered. What's very interesting, actually it's a cause for a lot of girls, especially the girls who are, doing those girl gamer streams with a lot of cleavage. There were actually scientific researches about that. The women who are operating more with their sexuality on streams, they get the bigger percentage of follows and donations on their streams, but a lower amount of concurrents and people who actually go back to those channels, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, cleavage is also not an option. If there will be any comments saying you need to have cleavage to be partnered on Twitch, no, it's not a point. So yeah, followers are not really the real base of your channel, because Twitch doesn't have, it's not written in the contract of any follower to go back to your channel after they follow you. They may just as well forget about you or forget about the hub, just freaking unsubscribe out of the Twitch emails and never go back to your channel, which is sad, but it happens. Also, there are a lot of people who inflate their followers with bots. This won't help you either. When you have a big following number, but the people are not coming back to your channel and you don't have this consecutive community who is with you all the time, then that's not really a way to get partnered. Also, I actually noticed that there are some channels with only 1,000 followers or 2,000 followers which are getting partnered, and that also happens. It depends if Twitch will actually see that your channel is bringing something fresh, your community is very vivid, very lively, they are doing all the stuff for your channel, you are doing super cool streams and long streams for sure, then yeah, you can be partnered way earlier than people who have few thousand followers and a little concurrence. Number 3. Using ViewBots may cause you to never get partnership. And that's a fact. It's just a matter of browsing Reddit, of browsing some comments in a Twitch blog and seeing how many people are there just moaning and crying that I used ViewBot once in a lifetime years ago and I have 10,000 followers and hundreds of concurrents now and people watch me and I have a real fan base, but I'm not getting partnered. Well, guess what? You made a mistake. I'm sorry. Well, that's actually a problem because there are apparently some people who are getting ViewBotted without their knowledge and without their will. And there are some ways to defend yourselves from that. First of all, it is not very common for that to happen. Imagine that when there are tons of streamers that you watch and they're all saying, guys, I am ViewBotted against my will, it is happening for months now, someone actually has to pay for that. A very easier way to troll someone is to actually pay a big donation and then do a drawback. It's way easier. It doesn't actually drain money from the troll account. So why would someone actually invest money for consecutive months to get you ViewBotted? And I'm just being cautious in there. Anyway, if you are a streamer who never wanted to get ViewBotted and you notice that there is a ViewBot, by the way, there are tools to measure that. You can just Google Twitch bot detector, install it on your device and test out your channel if you feel that you might get ViewBotted. It is actually a good thing to address it openly on your channel because it might be some of your fans who are trying to get you inflated and do your little gift in there. Because really it is more probable for someone who wants to support you to actually inflate you than for a troll, because there are better ways to troll you. And yeah, so address it openly on your channel, say that you don't want this, it is totally not something that you want on your channel. You might get a little, feeling like you're getting more followers when you're getting ViewBotted, you feel like you're being watched by more people. It is a very short path to hell. Some friends of you might tell you, hey, I got partnered on Twitch when I was ViewBotted, everything worked alright, you should try it too. No. If someone will know that, and it's very easy to notice it with the current tools that are available online, it is very easy to notice that you are ViewBotted. If someone will notice that, you will lose your reputation. If Twitch will notice that, you will never get partnered. So it's very important for you to try your best to defend yourself from that. So first, address it openly on stream. Second, get a time mark on when you are getting ViewBotted and send it to Twitch. Twitch will probably help you. I mean, it is also a way to cover yourself if you are actually ViewBotting yourself. But still, it should be done. Just contact Twitch, tell them about this problem, and they will probably cooperate with you. ViewBotting is also done by networks, various networks. I mean, there are some companies into which you can pay or share the revenue with them, and they say that they will boost your Twitch channel, boost your YouTube channel. What they sometimes do, some of those shady networks actually buy you ViewBots, and that's, that kinda might work for 1 out of 5 of their clients and actually inflate their channel so much that they will get more people on their channel, that they will get more viewers, but for the rest of them it will backfire. So again, if you feel like you're getting ViewBotted and then you are in a network or you paid someone to manage your channel or to get it better, then you have to probably think about this and that it may be the cause of your channel getting ViewBotted. So yeah, no ViewBots, guys, just please play it clean and safe. See, you can get partnered without using any ViewBots, it's possible without cleavage, without ViewBots, it is the thing. Just don't think it's an easy way, because it's not an easy way. It's the same as using aimbot in FPSs and then getting your Overwatch account being banned forever. Poor people, poor souls. Number 4. Getting partnership means you can make a living out of Twitch. I'm sorry to say that, but it's a myth. If you are investing those years into being partnered, and then finally when you do receive this contract, the first thing you do is ditch your job, ditch everything that you did before and start streaming full-time, you might end up with $600 at the end of the month, maybe if you're lucky. And yeah, I'm not sure, but I think in US or in other countries it's not a money that can make you living. It's probably easier for us peeps in the Central Eastern Europe, or in the places where dollar is actually worth something. But for people living in the West, Twitch is actually not a really good way to make money in general. I think that you never should actually think of Twitch as a way to make money, because you have to invest tons of time, which is not really, it won't really pay back to you that much if you are not extremely lucky. It should just come from your passion, from your hobby, from something that you really want to do, and the money may come or may not come. It shouldn't be really a factor. From a bit networks of people that are living in the places which are slightly more expensive than Poland, like for example Sweden, like people from Vinces, let's say, they're actually saying that they cannot live out of Twitch alone, although they have tons of views, they have tons of concurrents, tons of donations, but yeah, they say that it's just not possible. So never think like you can safely ditch your job to work on Twitch, because it's not a factor. I may say, you may heard me saying, or talking on chat or on my streams, that I indeed ditched my job to do Twitch. I was actually hired on GOG.com and I was managing the Twitch channel for GOG.com, so a company paid me for that, and this money didn't come from Twitch itself. And this is probably why I was playing a safe game in this matter. Ditching your job just to get money from donations, subscriptions or ad revenue on Twitch is never a safe game. It's a very risky move, and think about it before you actually do any big changes in your life. Number 5. You have to stream regularly for long hours to get partnered. It's kind of a fact. I mean, there were probably some partners which were partnered without that, with just, single 3-hour streams 2 times a week, let's say. But this is a minority. The majority of Twitch partners are getting partnered after investing long hours into that. Of course, again, don't ditch your job, don't, invest suddenly 12 hours per day into streaming instead of doing other things, because it may not pay off for you. You may still not get partnered, but it is actually important to stream as much as you can. If you're really aiming for partnership, longer streams will help you. The longer you stream, the bigger the chance Twitch admins will stumble upon your channel, the bigger the chance a lot of new concurrents will drop by, a lot of new people from Twitch directory will find you and will come to your channel. So yeah, long hours are your friend. Just stay healthy, try to stretch from time to time, and again, don't ditch your job. Number 6. You have to know someone in Twitch staff to get partnered nowadays. It's like the biggest myth that is spread around Reddit or everywhere. I even know people who are my friends who are there and who are great streamers, and they still believe in that. It's not true, okay? I didn't know anyone from Twitch. I am living in Poland. I was never on any TwitchCon. I never went to any convention and approach the Twitch peeps and say, "Hello, I am Twitch TV/Outstar worker. Can you please boost me?" No, it's not a thing. It might help some of the people. I don't know those people, okay? I don't know anyone who actually gets partnered because of, knowing someone from Twitch company. It might happen, I don't really know. I know if I would work in any company, I would just, of course, try to help my friends as much as I want to, but it has to be just. It has to be, not really shady or anything like that. And I really doubt that Twitch would risk their reputation in giving shady partnerships to people who are just terrible streamers. But yeah, it's not a matter. I'm a Twitch partner. I was not, I didn't write to them before. I didn't try to make friends or anything like that. But there is one thing. I actually applied for a partnership 13 times. I just, you know, had my partnership freaking, you know, all the reasons why I should get partnered, all the things. I did a lot of things on Twitch before I got partnered. I got actually rated by Total Biscuit once when I had few thousand. Okay, back in one of the points I said that I had 200 concurrents at most. That was probably my biggest one when I had just like 4,000 when TB rated me. Okay, but that was just a one-time deal. But anyway, yeah, this happened. I was hosted by many bigger channels. I was visited by many bigger streamers, and they tried to boost me for their Twitter, you know, and they really liked my streams, and it was great. But all those reasons, when I put them in those applications, they didn't matter. I always get a rejection. It was always like, sorry, it's you're not good enough. Until the day when Twitch admin Elaine actually stumbled upon my stream, and she was watching me for a consecutive week. She was on every stream I did. I just felt, you know, I was like, I have to be the best I can. So I was trying to stream a lot more that week because I know I'm being observed, you know, and my community just really stepped up to the game. They were on my old streams, and after that week I got the partnership deal. So that was, you know, I got noticed, and someone came to my stream, and this is actually what started. So I'm not saying that applications are useless. You should apply for sure, and you can get partnered for them. But it might also happen this way. You may actually be noticed by someone from the Twitch staff, and they really will like your stream, and they will stay on it. They will then try to get you partnered. Number 7, creative streams have lower partnership requirements, and that's a fact. I am actually a creative streamer, and by saying I am a creative streamer, actually Twitch describes that as you have to have 50% of the content on your channel creative. So you can still stream gaming. It's not like you have to ditch gaming entirely. At least 50% of your stream has to be creative up until the moment you will get partnered. This is what happened for me. I actually talked with Twitch admins in the process when I was being partnered, and they said that when I applied with my applications, they treated me as the gaming channel, because I didn't actually say that I'm a creative channel mostly. And when the Twitch admin stumbled upon my channel and said that I'm doing a pretty cool creative streams, then she was like, oh no, okay, you're creative, you're totally creative, we are lowering the requirements, you don't have to have 300 concurrents on every stream or, you know, 20,000 followers or anything like that, you are getting partnered. The deal is you have to go to the creative category and see how many concurrents are there in there. Before getting partnered, I had about 100 concurrents on my channel during creative streams, and that actually landed me in the top 10 creative streams on the whole Twitch. And this is the reason that the partner was actually, you know, that the partnership was granted, because I was consecutively in the top creative channels when I was doing creative. So yeah, when you are a creative peep, it will be easier for you. It might be easier for you, of course. It is harder to gain concurrents or, you know, people watching you, because in general, less people watch creative. But I hope that will change in the future, because there are more and more creative streams coming, and people are presenting really awesome content in there. So if you haven't watched creative yet on Twitch, start to do so. Find your channels, because they're awesome. Number 8, partnership contract is the same for everyone, and that's a myth. As you can see, some streamers, just like Jesse Cox for example, they have the subscription thingy with just subscribing once per lifetime, then you receive emoticons, you know, forever, and also the money that you have to pay to subscribe is lower. So these, I think for Jesse Cox, it's actually like the old contract with Twitch, because this is what happened on Twitch way back long ago. I'm not sure, because I wasn't a partner then, so I cannot really give my head for this. But bigger streamers can negotiate better terms, and also streams which are for non-profit. So for example, streams made by charities, you know, the organizations that are actually just focused on funding, on bringing a charity money, they do not have to share the revenue with Twitch, because I also know of some examples like that. But if you are like a, you know, a company with a capital and all that stuff, or if you're just a person and you want to give your money to charity, all the money from your Twitch, this is what happens in GOG.com channel for sure. You still have to give that cut to Twitch. If you are a non-profit organization, then this cut can be cancelled. So if you are a charity and you're thinking about starting a channel on Twitch, this might be something for you. Try to negotiate. Most of the people get the same contract, but unless you are a charity or a big face on YouTube, you know, someone who is a celebrity, then you might actually negotiate and you might get a better contract. So it's not like everyone has the same contract. You gotta see what you can do. But yeah, if you are just a normal regular streamer, as I am, even with a lot of viewers, concurrents, or anything like that, you will just get a standard contract with the $4.99 subscription with a share given to Twitch, both from your advertisements and from your subscriptions. And the details may vary depending on which country are you living in. Number 9. Getting partnership doesn't require a lot of effort. That's a myth. That's a myth. Even if you will stumble upon a partner who will lie in your face to say, oh no, I didn't do nothing to get partnered. I was just partnered because I'm worth it. It requires a lot of effort, okay? I just, from my personal perspective, from the perspective of my friends who are partnered, I mean, I am a friend of one speedrunner who actually spent, you know, 12 hours on stream consecutively. He had over 250 concurrents all the time. He had awesome community, and he was still rejected for like, you know, 13 or some kind of like a crazy number of applications. And for me, it took me 2 years of streaming about 12 to 16 hours per week. For, you know, going back from home from work and just streaming right away, and then going to sleep and then work and then streaming, and that was a loop for me. And it really required a lot of effort, a lot of you know, marketing approach to your channel. Try to think what you can do to actually attract new audience or to make your regulars enjoy your streams more. You have to be strategic about that. You have to think about it. You have to invest your time, even your money, and your passion in it. A lot of passion for sure, because it's probably impossible to do that if you're just, you know, you're just a gamer and you're not really like a fan of catering to people, to your audience, but you're like, okay, that's a way to make money, and I play pretty cool Call of Duty, you know, I can start streaming and I want like hundreds of bucks out of it. No, it requires a lot of effort, and you cannot put this effort if you do not have a real passion for that. So yeah, effort is the word, and just do it. Also, I believe personally that getting partnered is not usually a thing. It doesn't usually happen when you're going the safe way. If you are just streaming games that you feel really comfortable with, and just, you know, doing stuff that's the same things over and over again, it won't really attract your audience. It won't really make your audience, you know, have fun on your streams that much. Maybe if you are a champion in League of Legends, maybe if you are like an esport quality player, then of course, then stick to LoL, play it as much as you want to, and people will come and will, you know, just say that, oh my god, you're so awesome, and you will probably get partnered in no time. But if you are not a world quality player in any of the game, you have to get out of your comfort zone to try to entertain your audience. That's the main thing, just try to be entertaining. And finally, number 10, applying for partnership numerous times affect your chance for getting it. That's a myth. Again, I was applying 13 times, my friends were applying 16 or 20, and they finally get partnered, so it happens. And yeah, the only thing that might actually affect your chance of getting partnered is spamming Twitch every week, because it doesn't change anything if you will just apply week after week trying to finally get through the machine, you know, because some people have this kind of a you know, vision in their mind that if they will just send tons of applications, finally one of them will be passed through. That's not the way. With every application they have to check the numbers, and the numbers are not changing week by week. The big changes to your channel, you know, you can go to the Social Blade. Social Blade is actually a very good page for measuring how your Twitch channel is growing. And you can see month by month how these lines are going up, or if they are just like, no, we're not really decided if you are doing well or not. If that happens, then you might probably want to change some of your approach to streaming, change your games, try to, step up your game, because, this kind of a follower count, or, the number of views you get, it's not really a great indicator for your channel. You have to have those lines going straight up, and this is what Twitch is looking for. So yeah, you cannot really affect your chances by applying every month. I think one application per month is actually a cool, quantity of applications to be sent. But yeah, I personally sent applications every 2 months, or every time I actually noticed that there was a big, leap in my statistics, and the math was alright, the analytics were alright. So just then I sent my applications. It didn't work out in the end, but I got partnered as someone who got noticed by the Twitch staff. So that worked in the other way. The thing is, you have to be friends with math, you have to be friends with analytics, and check out the social blade, check out other pages which measure when during your stream viewers are dropping down, when they are just, coming up. For example, if you take a lot of time on your stream to tackle technical difficulties because you didn't take that time before your stream, you may lose concurrents rapidly. So think about all those factors, try to analyze your streams in terms of numbers, and you may end up in really making your stream partnership worthy, and being on a good way to get partnered. And remember, if you really believe that you met all the things that should be met to get a partnership, and you are still not partnered, don't give up. You will probably get partnered in the least expected moments. This happened for me, this happened for a lot of my friends, when they just gave up, or we just thought, no, I will probably get partnered next year. Like, I will try my best this year. This happened to me. I said to myself, yeah, I will try my best this year to be a great streamer, to up my community, and suddenly, out of the blue, I got partnered. So just never give up. If this is really your passion, then being not partnered, it wouldn't be really a problem for you to continue that. Your community should be with you no matter what, and believe me, if you have watchers who really like you, they won't really, the sub button won't really affect that. They will still like you, they will still like to watch you, you will still bring a smile to their days, and that's what's important. Just don't worry about it. It will come. If you are never viewbotted, if you are on a good way to raise your community, if people are coming to your channel, enjoying it, you are on a good way to get partnered. It might take years, but it will happen. Also, my tip is to don't be a solo player that much. Try to find alliances. It's actually always great, both on YouTube, both on Twitch. It's nothing to be ashamed of. People are thinking like, oh, this person gets partnered only because he or she has famous friends. I'm not sure if I have like any famous friends, okay? I was rated by Total Biscuit, but he was never my friend. He just rated me because I was playing the same game that he did. And this actually didn't affect me getting partnered, this didn't help me. I wrote that in the application, I had, awesome numbers on that month, but nothing really changed. So it is only up to you and your content, your quality of content, if you will get partnered or not. But friendships, alliances, stream teams, getting a lot of people to play with you actually makes you enjoy streaming more and makes your streams more enjoyable, because playing in groups is always fun. So don't be afraid in reaching a hand and trying to get some friends around, in trying to partner up with some other people and just try to get to this goal together, because it's the merrier. It's always funny when you are with someone else. Again, my final thought in this video is don't give up, just do your best and just try to be an awesome streamer that you want to be, not for Twitch, but for your audience and for people who watch you. And that should bring you far. And thank you so much for watching. There will be more videos in terms of streaming for dummies for sure, if you like this series. If you like what I do, you can subscribe me here and push this like button, because that always helps. And go to my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/outstar. I am a host there, and on twitch.tv/gokcom. I am streaming almost every day per week, so if you enjoy what I do, go there, click that buttons, and see you later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!